It's a big part of the history of Western Canada, particularly Alberta, uh, which tends to be ignored in the arts world a good deal in Canada. It's not considered to be the kind of hotbed of the arts that it really is. And I think it's opened a lot of eyes to a lot of people who've had a chance to read it, and I'm not sure that it's had a vast audience, but that was the point. There's a good story to tell there about the development of the whole school and the history of it for its first 50 years. It was important that we tell it. It was with an enormous amount of respect on our part for Donald Cameron and the founding of the place and the whole grassroots. It's really a key part of the history of this country. If you read the thing and what it was like at the beginning during the Depression, this is going back into the 1930s, when Donald Cameron started this little theater program in Banff, Alberta, with nothing. I mean, no physical facilities, no vast amounts of money to back it up, very little. It was an outgrowth of a sort of traveling program that had started up originally in Edmonton. And Elizabeth Sterling Haynes was the first employee, and she went around to various communities in the Depression to help little groups get started to put on drama programs. And from that little kernel, Cameron picked it up, got it more established in Banff rather than going out to the communities, bringing people from the communities into one place. More power to him. He did it against everybody else's good advice and against the problems of the recession that we talked about earlier. Remarkable story, and very determined, Scottish to the bone, individual who was determined he was going to do it, and he did it, and all power to him. So telling that story was very important to us, and having grown up in that same environment, that same period of time, I had virtually no contact with the School of Fine Arts or anything during that period, but I could understand it and see the need for a program like that and for the need to tell that as part of the history, because I think it's a very important factor in the history of particularly Alberta, but Western Canada generally, and more important now in Canada as a whole. The West has not been sitting there twiddling their thumbs. They got out and developed this whole facet of the arts for it, and bless them for it. So that was the need for recognition that it had gone from very humble beginnings and very pioneering beginnings and against all sorts of obstacles to the point where it is today. It's called Artists, Builders, and Dreamers, and I'm one of the dreamers, you see. And my dream was to have this as a internationally known center for the exchange of the arts among students. I'm a firm believer that you should not separate theater from music. You should not separate painting from whatever other arts. You've got dance, for example. These people are all, their minds are working on these things, but where they really come into creativity is when they get together, not improving on dance steps or whatever it may be, but it's when the dancers get together with the musicians and take some new sort of thing, and out of it comes, poof, a whole new creative thing. Or from the painters, getting caught up in set design, for example. The interface between the traditional disciplines, and it kills me that at the universities you've got a music school here, you've got a theater school over here, you've got a painting and drawing and painting over here, and they never get together. They rise up through their little pyramids to the point of, and they think that's the end of the world. It's putting those people together. Well, Banff, you're living together, you're in the place, you go to meals together, you sit down at a table next, you're a musician, you sit down next to an artist, you sit down, or you're a photographer, and you see new ways of integrating your discipline into some other art form. And it happens all spontaneously, it's not forced. You can't put them in a class and say, now suddenly think together. It just does it because they get caught up in it. And it's that inspiration, that's basically, I can't stress it enough, that's the drive and that's the concept of the Banff Centre, is the living together, bringing together of the disciplines of people and the exchange of ideas, because there's many similar problems, concepts, and so on in the various disciplines. And we kill them by isolating them into pockets. And so that's the basic idea, that's the dreamer's plan.